All right, we're gonna start. Are you live? 7 p.m. Call the meeting to order. Can I have a motion to approve or amend the meeting agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second,
I'll second it.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve or amend the minutes of our September 16th meeting?
Motion.
Second,
I'll second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment? No public comment? All right, director reports. Softball wrapped up this weekend. There were 19 girls total, and we were able to play 4 games with Berkhamsted, 2 away, 2 home, in addition to 2 practices per week. It was a pretty successful fall season, which I have to say I have Charlene plays, and for going into it with just being skills and drills to being able to play 4 games and have steady practices, it was like a solid season, and it was a pretty good season. So anyway, soccer has another week to go. 4th through 6th grade was able to find a game versus Northwest United for next week. Their season went well. They practiced twice a week and had enough to scrimmage amongst themselves. The other age groups went well also, and they are also finishing up next week. Basketball registrations close next week. We are going to host the regional kindergarten program again in Canaan. Grades 1 through 6 is all regional, and there will be an option for travel ball done through tryouts for 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th grade, which is the old Hoosie Hoops. There are Hoosie Hoops for 7th and 8th grade boys and girls as well, which I always get so confused during
What?
basketball. I don't know. This always confuses me. So
What do you need?
I know. So Charlene says she's 6th grade. She's just rec.
So the way I understand that, so there was always the
For
rec.
Saturday morning rec.
Last year, they turned it into Wednesday. Skills and drills at Hotchkiss
Okay, so we didn't do
as a
that.
big group from 3rd to 6th. And then Saturdays, they split into teams during that time period
Okay,
on Wednesday night. Saturdays, they held games
okay, so that's not what we
at
did.
the
So
high
what,
school, Rick. Or you guys
Yep.
did.
so
they did it
you
at the
guys
high
did that?
school.
Okay,
Yeah, that was the boys and the girls teams helping out and officiating and coaching, and
Okay.
it was a good format. The kids really had a lot of fun. They had what did they do? They had little kids too. They had
3rd through 6th grade, I believe.
I think they
That's
had
what
first and
this is.
second there
Even
before
there.
us too. They had
Oh, before.
yeah,
right?
they had an earlier session. Then
Oh,
they
wow.
had 3rd through 6th
Yeah.
in one time slot.
Oh, that's a.
So-
big-
So,
Yeah.
well, it was a numbers thing, and also the idea was because in the years prior, it was only Saturdays, and that was it. They
Right,
had the 1st and 2nd grade, and then they would bring in 3rd and 4th, and then they had a 5th and 6th rec.
right,
By the time they got to 5th and 6th rec, there was only a few kids.
okay.
They had
So they
maybe
just combined it all.
7 kids, I think, one year. So
Okay,
they combined those age groups and they did the best they could, I guess, to make teams out of that. And then, so instead of one night, they got 2 nights a week, and they also got experience playing games.
Yeah.
The Hoosie Hoops has always been travel. It's completely separate.
so that's what Charlene.
It's a separate league. Yes, that's what she did last year.
Okay, that's where
That's
I
what the
get
girls
like
did last
confused. Okay,
It's a separate travel league.
through Matt Meddy.
My understanding, yes, my understanding of what they did this year, and I don't know all the ins and outs, I wasn't at the meeting, was they want the kids, they want to boost the rec program.
Mhm.
So they want to pull the travel teams, Hoosie Hoops,
From
from the
rec.
rec program instead
Okay,
of
that's making more
having the
sense.
kids do both. Now, I don't know if if the scheduling conflicts with games and practices, or how that's going to work out, but I think the people who are running that, that's going to get
Right.
figured out
Okay,
organically, or they might already have a plan. I'm the wrong
Right.
person to ask on the details of that.
okay,
7th and 8th grade is now, Hoosie Hoops is completely separate because there's regional middle school ball. right? So there's no rec
Um,
program for
for
the
that
seventh and
age
eighth
group.
grade because now the rec program is basically school basketball.
Right.
So the kids will play middle school basketball and that's Monday through Thursday.
Right, they
And
can't
then
practice really.
Travel team signups for anybody who wants to play additional seventh and eighth grade
Okay,
will form a team and that'll be in the old, same league as the fifth and sixth that we had with the seventh and eighth.
okay, got it now.
Who
So
makes those game schedules? Is that Adam or the coaches?
The who's he
all
hoops
of the rec
No, for the,
directors,
for
I
the
believe,
little
right?
kids.
for the little kids.
The younger.
I think they do it as
We
a,
did it
as a,
where-
The rec
Yeah.
directors,
Yeah,
yeah.
once we saw, for the Saturday mornings,
Mhm.
like we saw who the kids were,
Mhm.
we had,
And they played against each other. They don't.
yeah,
play
exactly.
other
It
schools.
was all
Okay.
in-house. We made,
it's the idea of the rec
I
program
think we
is
had like,
in-house.
yeah,
Oh.
Is it rec league?
And then the
sorts.
Whoosy Hoops is like other schools.
Yep.
Whoosy hoops is we travel around, we go to
Yeah.
Winston,
Winston,
Barkhamsted, all over the play, at least in the northwest corner, yeah. That's
And
just
we're
the-
based out of Cornwall. I wonder if that's still happening.
I'm sure that'll still be happening.
Well, for the boys, it's gonna depend on what we get for numbers.
Mhm,
It'll depend on the middle school schedule,
right.
because it might be Friday nights and the boys is, and this is just a, like personal thing, because I'm, like, if we get enough numbers, I'll be the coach for the
Right.
seventh and eighth grade team. That's still to be determined
Okay.
because of, I don't know if they found a middle school coach yet
Oh, really? Oh,
for the
okay.
boys.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But also like what their schedule looks like. And because the boys have in seventh and eighth grade, girls are also gonna have so much practice time through the week at middle school. It'll probably be a dumbed down version, not a dumbed down version, but
But
less. Last year, I think we were doing 2 practices,
essentially
gym
gonna be
shoot
just
around
games.
in a
Right.
game where we might just do 1 practice a week and 1
in a
game because
yeah.
they're already getting a lot of ball, so.
Okay. Cool.
So I got.
All right. So yeah, if you know anybody, signups at close this coming week. So let's, I'm trying to think that flyer that came out was from Anne, right? In an email.
So the rec
Can we
closes this
promote
weekend.
that?
The Whoosy Hoops seventh and eighth grade
That stays open?
closes
Oh,
November 4th.
oh,
That's open till November
Okay.
4th. So there's 2 separate things. There's the rec sign up and then there's the
Right.
seventh and eighth travel. Seventh and eighth travel is completely
so,
separate.
so
from the
I,
rec.
okay,
Everything else is now under the rec umbrella.
Okay.
The only thing that's not is the seventh and
is the
eighth grade.
7th and 8th.
That's
Okay.
it.
Gotcha. So that flyer that came out from Anne, I'm wondering if we can, and we promote that on our rec page. I don't think we have, right?
I mean, I shared it on social
You
media,
did?
the flyer I got from
Ann.
Ann and Matt. Yeah.
All right. So that's
And I don't know if North Canaan technically shared it or
I think
commented
it's
or
in the
anything.
weekly.
Um,
Maybe I'll. share
why
it on
not? It's just-
Facebook, yeah,
it's a
Okay.
regional,
perfect. Cause I know there was 2 kids signed up in Charlene's age group and one was a boy, so. For Canaan,
or
just for Canaan, I can't speak on the other.
for
school
rec.
Towns for rec.
Okay.
So we have like. No numbers.
But that'll be combined
With other schools, but that's. Yeah.
but that's how
I'm
it was
just
last
nervous
year.
She's not gonna have a team. Well, she had a team. Well, that was different.
That was-
Sorry, I'm getting confused.
No, but it's
Yeah,
the same thing now because of her age.
because of her age, yeah, okay. So we'll see, but anyways. All right, pool is closed. Everything's good to go in the pool house. The next big discussion is we need a bigger shed and we need clay for Sagala Field. Clay is definitely priority over a shed. We are gonna save some of the sand from the volleyball court to mix with the new clay to make it go further.
I don't know if we ever know.
Or, oh, sand, it's the old sand, I know, yes, but. Already talked to Chris Crane about it. I would like to price sheds, but I'm going to move the plastic one we bought for Lawrence Field over to Sagala. So essentially there'll be the wooden one that's there and the plastic one for now until we can get a larger one.
I mean, we don't necessarily really need a shed at Lawrence anymore.
No, so that's why it's just gonna get put there. Stays dry and will help It will help empty out the shed that's there and disperse stuff that we already have. So yeah, so the volleyball court's gonna be done, I guess, in the next couple weeks, and Chris is just going to stockpile the old sand at the town garage, and when it comes time, and we get the clay, we're just gonna mix it to try and get it to go a little bit further. That's the plan. So that's Adam's report.
Baseball field.
He didn't say, he said to put ski club on here, but he didn't say anything about ski club. You had mentioned we needed to find a new chaperone,
Not
right?
necessarily.
Okay. So
We will, it's also
next
contingent on
agenda, maybe?
basketball, yeah. But I know I talked with Adam just about the offerings and the option of 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
6 weeks went well last year. We were able to get all 6 in with, you know, decent, we had anywhere
Mhm.
from 15 to 20 kids. I'd say every week, so, you know, expect about the same. And kids who go love it. So
And we have to pay for the bus, right? This year, that was taken out of the school budget. So we're gonna have to figure that. I'll just put that on November's agenda. Treasure report. Mary Lisa sent, the balance in the account is $10,865.40. Lifeguards were all reimbursed for their certification classes. Portable toilets, the pickup is scheduled for next week. A new company has taken over Suburban Sanitation. They prorated the final bill for half a month rental, which they normally do not do. I will note this for the future if we stay with this company next season. That's all she.
What happened to the bathroom,
The what?
the bathrooms? Why are we renting bathrooms?
The porta potties. We
Oh,
always
oh,
put
oh,
one, yeah, we always put one at, Lawrence, the Little League, and Sagawa.
There was something about the bathrooms at the pool though, like one of them wasn't working or something.
Oh, I don't know. We can
Oh.
ask. That kind of all gets addressed at close up, so, BB, oh my God, Pilates comes in and before close up, but we can definitely ask Adam, or, I'm sure it's handled, but we can bring that up, for sure. So that's it for Mary Lisa. Moving on to old business, North Canaan sponsored group events. Do we have any?
information, yes, we do
Okay.
have some information. I know it says Yukon here, but I'll start with the Yard Goats. They reached
Okay.
out. That's pretty easy. They start booking dates, you know, around
Wow.
this time. Or they at least reach out to groups that know that have been, you know, fairly consistent with buying group packs. They sent us the schedule. I think the way it works is they give us first crack at it if we wanted to put the
Mhm.
deposit in. Not that it sounds like, you know, we don't need to allocate any funds for it right now. But maybe next month we can go over the schedule. And, you know, I suggest that, you know, we do 2 dates again. I know the last one was kind of tricky.
Mhm.
But I think that, you know, we're still making a little bit of money on it and it can go towards stuff like sheds. Like we've been saving money for baseball and softball upgrades,
Mhm.
and that can certainly be a part of it. So, but yeah, there's that. So I do have the schedule. I do have a contact there. I didn't know if the group wanted to do that now or wanted to put it on the agenda for next month. I don't really feel like there's any rush
Yeah, let's put it
to
on the
pick dates,
agenda and then
considering the
hopefully,
season doesn't start till April.
well, I won't, well, we'll discuss that, but yeah, I think
Okay.
I have Adam and Mary Lisa here for that combo.
UConn, for the winter, I got sort of a vague answer on basketball. And the way that Shelby Stios, I believe her name is, worded it was they were still kind of divvying up season ticket holders tickets before they were going to do group packs. But I think that that's come to an end. So I'd emailed her again and asked her like, hey, where do we stand?
Mhm.
What games are available? Do we have access to group tickets? I haven't heard back from her yet. We've been going back and forth for a couple weeks on it. But she wasn't really clear if group sales were available also.
Right, so we're still kind of
So
unsure.
I was unsure, and they've UConn's had a couple different promotions for the men's and women's basketball of like group tickets, but multiple games sort of thing.
Okay,
So they're offering like, you get a big discount if you buy 5 tickets for these 3 games each,
Oh,
that type
okay.
of thing. So I don't think that would really be necessarily prevalent for us to purchase. It just
Right.
doesn't make sense for what
No.
we're trying to do. So I've got to follow up with her, being that the basketball season is right on us.
Yeah, okay.
More will be revealed. I can try to sort of, short order it and we can, if we want to pick a couple dates over the group text,
Mhm.
so we have some offerings sooner rather than later in the next week or two, we can certainly do that if the commission's fine with that.
Yeah, if I would say if something comes up before our next meeting date and, it's something that everybody's in that, so.
I know
that'd be
it's,
great.
yeah, absolutely.
Great way to
Um,
just get an answer for you.
Right. I know I'd spoken on having trouble selling the final yard goods
Mhm.
tickets, which actually didn't turn out to be a thing, so I think that we haven't had a problem. We've gone sort of light with UConn tickets too. It was
Mhm.
10 and 10 tickets, and those were easily,
They
we
were-
sold those easy, yeah.
Okay,
So I don't think we're in any danger of eating any ticket sales on. We were to do 2 games, maybe one men's, one women's, or if we
Right.
can't get men's, maybe doing 2 women's again.
I think you'd
So
be able
I'll
to sell 'em.
follow, what's that, Teresa?
I think you'd be able to sell them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll follow up with that. There's a ton of hockey tickets left.
okay,
Either for Hartford at the new and improved, whatever they're calling it,
Mm.
center. And also at the new hockey barn up at Stores, which is pretty cool,
Are the-
3,000 seater.
just circle back, are the men's basketball tickets much harder to get? Is that why you said that about maybe getting women's over the men's?
I
Or
would
is
say
that-
slightly,
Okay,
but I mean, their UConn tickets are
right,
tough no matter what.
yeah,
I mean, not tough, but like you can go to games, they're just,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, they're in Hartford or they're at Gamble.
yeah,
Either team, they usually, come close to selling out, if not selling out,
Okay.
almost every game.
Mhm.
Because it's,
I
the best
know
program in
this-
the country.
I know the scouts are doing a wolf pack that just
Yep.
came out.
And that was the
so,
other thing that I
Yeah, we
sort of
probably,
botched on looking
yeah,
into, was
just
the
because
Wolf
they
Pack.
always do that.
Right.
but-
There was other interests, so.
Yeah,
So I guess I will follow up with Shelby
okay,
and hockey dates. Again, we can look at those, and those I don't think are in any danger, so.
okay,
I'll get specific games dialed in with her this week, and I'll message.
yeah, and if
everybody in the
she
group.
needs an answer before we meet again,
Yeah,
just text,
okay,
that'll be fine.
all right, so we're all in agreement
Perfect.
to move ahead with a couple events here.
Mhm.
Cool.
All right, thank you, Justin. Canaan Foundation Gathering is October 26th, which is this Sunday. Marilisa is planning on going and having a table to promote rec, promote what we've got going on. I believe she said she was gonna have some pictures of the basketball hoops and all of that for what the Canaan Foundation has given us funds for in the past. If anybody else would like to join her, it is from 1 to 4 at the theater right in town. But she will be there.
I have it in my calendar.
Okay,
I'm around and can swing, and I will.
okay,
No,
yeah. Also, I know the Canaan Foundation, it's not, due until I believe February, right? I think that's when we usually do it, January, February. When that comes around, I just want to get it in everyone's head. We can circle back to it at a later date, but this year I would suggest that we ask for something towards the clay. If that's that's our next big expense for Segal Field. Is to ask for funds to help us get the clay, because the clay is super expensive, but we can discuss that at a later date, but that's what I'm gonna propose so I don't know if that's something we should have Marilisa, like, I don't know if that's the right time to talk about that, like what upcoming projects or something, like if, like at the table, if they're like, oh, well, what's coming up for rec? Oh, we need clay for our feet. Like, I don't know if that's something I should kind of Tell
Or
her
just
we
even
want
to
her to
say-
mention.
Even to say like our efforts previously were focused towards basketball and the basketball court,
Right.
now they seem,
Now
they're
we're
focused towards
shifting
Now
baseball,
they're
softball.
Yeah,
Right, the
okay,
hoops are up.
Yeah,
yeah,
so now
so that we're
we're,
shifting more towards Segala
Towards-
Field and updates there.
yeah,
Okay,
or like, you know, baseball, softball type of.
What are we
stuff.
talking for price for clay? We have
well, it changes every year,
Sure.
but we
They
get it.
deliver that
a
or?
commodity.
Stony usually, when he's coming back empty, grabs it for us in one of their trucks. It's down at Northern Nurseries in, the Granby area.
Granby
Um,
or somewhere. Hamilton, no.
I don't know the figures off the top of my head, but Stony will get a triaxle load every, like,
Yeah,
a couple.
couple yards.
Yeah, oh, yeah, so, but we're hoping with the sand from the volleyball court,
You'd
I
have some
mean, it's not
volleyball.
like a 50-50 by any means, but
Mm.
mixing it with the
You
sand
definitely have
will,
to.
it will soften it, number one, but it'll also make it go farther.
Steve Glass needs it, like the
Yeah.
mix, so if we do it over there, I would highly suggest that definitely for drainage,
Yeah, so,
100%.
How are the weeds on the end? Steep, so
Once they got burnt up,
yeah,
yeah, they were great this fall. I just literally came down from there. Yeah, once, I think, Adam Franceschi and, Sony went down there and they got it all prepped up before fall ball started.
how
It
about the same Edgefield?
was good.
I haven't
Uh,
even been over
There was
there.
no
Yeah.
juniors team this
There-
year.
Yeah, so I don't think it really got.
They didn't have a
used.
coach for a juniors team, so it didn't get used in the spring. And the middle school was practicing out of Sharon, I
Sharon?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were playing at the
Probably look at
field.
that field though, not let
Not
it
let
go.
it go, because I don't think
Mm.
it was done because we didn't have a team.
Right.
But there's a very good chance that there will be a juniors team
Right,
next
because
year.
all those kids are coming up.
It's
Yeah,
not included and
yeah.
we're all
So-
moving up to.
Well, so maybe not even Segala Field, it's just baseball and softball
That's how I would make.
updates, yeah, versus the
Yeah.
specific field, okay. All right, well, I'll mention, if everyone's in agreement with that, I'll kind of mention that to her, and if
I mean-
that's brought up, she can mention that.
All around like that, the dugouts, everything is,
The Sam Eddy.
yeah.
Yeah, it needs a.
We've
well,
had a
it needs-
couple-
It needs a facelift, for sure.
At
for
one
sure.
point, Bernali was gonna redo them, right? And
I
then
thought he
that
was gonna
fell-
pour concrete.
I know, I don't know,
Whatever
I don't know
happened.
what fell through with that, but,
We shouldn't let it fall through again before the season,
yeah.
maybe a
And
March.
if
nice
they've been
shed.
just, yeah, we got a nice shed over there. Thanks, Wes.
Yeah, we should probably,
Maybe
move
move that,
Yes,
move that.
We're getting a
shed over.
scoreboard. Hopefully
Yeah,
before the
well,
winter
you got a
hits.
scoreboard for Sam Eddy. Or for,
Christopher's doing, that's his Eagle project.
for Sam Eddy.
Hmm.
And I heard there's another one for Segala.
That's through Brian. Yeah, Brian mentioned something about doing, I don't know if it's a donation or, no details, I don't think on it, but he just mentioned, are we welcome to that? And I said, yes. So,
And those dugouts at Eddy are not salvageable.
no, the
no,
brick block or
No.
the shop.
They're small.
Holes
Yeah.
and-
You can't even
they need
paint
to
it.
just be redone.
paint the block.
Yeah, no, it's,
No.
they've needed it for a while, unfortunately.
Just going back real quick,
Mhm.
because I don't think it'll conflict at all. The
About
Scout,
The
the
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack game is November 22nd, so I think that's
Let me
probably,
write that down. Thank
Yeah.
you, Thank you.
just so you don't conflict it with anything.
Mhm.
And that's through.
That's
The
the Cub
Cubs, right?
Scouts, yeah.
I deleted it because I didn't. And then I'm like, oh, I probably should have kept that.
With
I
my
think I should have kept
11,000
that so I
emails.
knew the date. Okay. All right, moving on to. 22nd.
November 22nd.
Yes, yep. Moving on to holiday lights contest. So, we need to pick not only our, categories, but we also need to pick our dates, for like our setup and our viewing and all of that. So, let's go over last year we did Clark Griswold, that was part of the category, right? Because we went, that wasn't, this is something totally different, correct? Charlie Parati is its own.
The Charlie Pratty was the former
That's-
best overall.
yeah, that's
Best
the best
overall.
overall.
Okay, so we had the Clark Griswold Classic, Wonderland, Inflatables. Those were 4 categories.
Mhm.
Then Charlie Parati Award, and then Best Neighborhood.
Correct.
What is everybody's, do you wanna keep it the same? Do you wanna
Yeah.
throw something else in there? Just keep it the
That's a
same,
good selection.
okay? So deadline date, just looking at last year's dates. If we went off of the same weeks, so like Christmas Eve, I think is like, is that Wednesday? So obviously that week is. Right,
I know.
not really. So if our meeting would be the 16th. In years past, we have done our meeting as the view date, right?
Mhm.
Um. So our deadline would realistically have to be the weekend before that. I think that seems early.
Given that I think Thanksgiving is a little
Late,
later.
so.
Why don't we do the deadline on the 15th and then we can vote on it on the 16th? And then just
could-
everybody
That would
on
give
their own
them a-
volition, take that weekend to view.
Well, they're up, how do we do it? We give them a time and a date that we're
Mhm.
coming by, but yes, yes, if it's up,
Well,
there
just,
are
just
other
say that
times, yeah.
they'll be judging that weekend from the full
Right.
commission and that we'll be voting
Well-
on it on the 16th.
Right,
That way we can.
I think if
knock
you
it
give
out.
the deadline of the 15th, though, like you said, not say anything about judging that week, it's gonna give people an extra weekend to get stuff up.
that,
I
that
think that's the
13th and
concern.
14th. will give
Yeah.
them
Right,
those
exactly.
dates versus.
Yeah,
And then we're not
so
cutting it
that'll-
too close and we're not keeping the
1, 2,
holiday.
3, that'll be 3 weekends.
So the 15th
Something. Yeah.
is
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 the
that the,
deadline?
the entry deadline? And then the
Yeah.
view date is the 16th,
Cause I mean, it's just an email, we'll get all the addresses.
right?
Yeah. I think
Everyone's good with that?
But if we're voting on we're voting on the 16th and the deadline's on the
So-
15th, so we have
So you
to.
gotta
go
have the
with
entry in
them.
by the 14th. By that Sunday.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause if
well, we're
gonna
not,
go
you're not
left,
viewing till the 16th at night, so if,
Right.
yeah, I mean, you're just not gonna welcome any late
Are we
entries.
viewing during the meeting? I'm confused now.
No, so we've done it a couple different
Oh, okay.
ways. We've almost used that as our meeting some, and then
Oh, okay.
everyone texts after what they thought, or we've viewed
the
and
Zoom call.
then, yeah, we've done a Zoom after. Cause
Or the next
December
day.
kind of light on meeting stuff, so we generally use that as our meeting
Oh, okay.
to judge.
We used to go
Um,
around on that night and then the following, we would do a Zoom.
Zoom call, which we could still
Or,
do.
like you said, texters.
Yeah.
email With what everybody thought.
Yeah, so.
Sometimes in text, it gets confusing on what like with everybody texting. That was the only, right?
Mhm.
That year we did that. It was very kind of,
Yeah,
what did you, okay, it gets just kind of like crazy to do it through text. We can. I don't know.
well, I mean, if we advertise it. We could still keep the deadline.
I mean, that Sunday, that I don't mind doing it the 14th. That's kind of before the week starts, if everybody's,
Yeah.
14th, and then that gives us the 15th to get our list together. And then the
we can vote on
16th,
Yeah,
the
just do that.
16th, everybody goes out,
Goes out.
views, and then we could do a Zoom call at some point. Is that what everybody, so entry deadline the 14th? And we're all gonna view on the 16th.
Viewing on the 16th.
When did we announce winners last year?
We did it on Facebook right after our meeting, right?
That same week?
Yeah. And then Mary
Looks like
Lisa
it is.
always sends out ornaments
Yeah.
with the date and the category they win. It's cool. We do gift cards or just
We did one
ornaments?
for the overall.
For the Charlie Parati, we usually
Yeah.
send like a gift
Just,
card
yeah.
or something.
Thought, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that we should do an official, I guess, vote on what the prize is. My suggestion is the same ornament and then I guess we'd have to come up with what for the Charlie Parati,
Who we did
Dunkin'
last year.
card or
I think it was
What we
Dunkin'.
did last year.
what,
Mary Lisa would know. I think it was,
Was it
gift certificate
Dunkin'
to
or
Dunkin'.
Starbucks?
or Amazon, yeah, I don't
It was
remember.
one or the other.
I think just a gift card, yeah.
Okay, so,
whatever
so do I have a motion to keep categories the same and gift out ornaments with a gift card to the Charlie Parati?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right, town monthly newsletter, that will go out Where are we? 21st, so that will go out, that goes out after the selectmen meeting, every month I get. So the
Yeah.
selectmen meeting's the 3rd. So it won't, so basketball
It's not
won't
the third.
matter. Huh?
It's not the 3rd.
Oh, it's not,
Elections. It's the
Oh.
November board of selectmen meeting.
the 5th? Okay, so it won't go out, so basketball's definitely not in it,
I think you just.
just
the
holiday.
Holiday lights, holiday focus of
Bless
it.
you. Okay, so we need to have a holiday flyer by the 5th, you said?
What about the parade? Oh, that's not us though, really, is it?
Nope. Where is the parade? Fire company. Fire by the 5th. Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? Because we won't have any other dates. I mean, if we end up having dates for the events, we'll put it in, but as of right now, we don't have anything. so. All right, I have no new business, so then I'm gonna move to any other business to come before the commission. And so next week, our meeting is November 18th. I cannot be here. I had a Board of Ed meeting get changed to that date that I can't miss, so we just kind of have to, Airsley is available on the 17th. If Tracy, I mean, we can hold the 18th if we make quorum and Tracy wants to step in for me.
Unless you want to be part of it, because we had decisions.
I
we
was
were
gonna
make.
say, what are we gonna, we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
discuss the ski club bus money. Possible that, right?
Possible that, possibly our goat schedule.
Yeah,
And something else.
what did I miss? Ski club, and
What was
then,
that?
maybe that was it.
Play.
Oh, the Canaan Foundation, yeah.
I'm okay with the 7th.
Is everybody, I know you said you're away, right?
Yeah, I'm away, but you guys can probably make quorum
You
without
could-
me if everyone's
And if you
around.
wanted to from Florida, you could zoom in.
From Disney World, I'll just hop in the corner. with
Zoom in
Mickey.
from
That would be
Disney.
super, that would be good.
Yeah, I can.
You can,
That would
or
be
is-
super.
okay, so I
Yeah.
think Dad, you're good, so that would at least. be-
Yeah.
Okay, so Airsley, you're still good, 17th. So. We'll change that to 17th. Also, I just wanted to read a little, thing about public conversations and stuff, just because we have some new members. How the commission handles information that's brought to us, how we handle it in public. Just that every member be a commission, an advocate for our entire commission. Be successful, we need to work together, utilize everyone's talents, example, Justin Poole, all of that. Be active, be part of a solution. As volunteers, we should field feedback and complaints, but always engage in addressing issues, not always engage in addressing issues immediately. It should go without saying, no one should feed an issue. Any information, suggestions, or complaints given to a member should be brought back to the entire commission to be discussed and rectified, and a solution found if necessary. There should never be any promises made before speaking with the entire board. Things should not be passed on to selectmen before it is discussed as a commission here. We also need to remember that Adam is a part-time position and he is not responsible for all of the rec decisions. I guess this is a little bit of all of us. We kind of throw everything at Adam. So I just want to kind of narrow down what the commission can do more so than throwing everything at Adam. He has a part-time position, and I feel as chair, the commission needs to start handling a little bit more of the public and stuff that is going on with, the workings of the field and all of that, because he can't always be here. I just want to work as a team, and so I really want us to communicate more via email, via text. If there's a problem, a concern with a member of the community, send it in the text. Justin may be able to jump on it. Dad's around, Dad maybe can jump on it. you know, I just, maybe I can, whoever, I just feel like just a few things throughout the last couple years, I feel, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like everything gets thrown on Adam. I do it. And I feel like we all need to, as a commission, start taking on a little bit more.
And also, I think we should bring all the public to get involved with us more and to
Come to our
to
meetings.
volunteer, because we are, in fact, we've always been that way, a volunteer type of organization since I've been involved in it. And that really is a big plus when the community gets involved.
Mhm.
And that way, you know, your board members, the turnover happens,
Cycle through.
everybody's involved, and
Mhm.
I don't know, it's a lot better communication than hearing the community behind us.
Mhm.
So if we can involve the community more, we should look at ways to do that.
Yeah, and what I've always done is when I get a complaint or whatever, if I will definitely bring it to the commission, but please come to our meetings.
Yeah.
We have public comment for a reason.
Yeah.
Come, speak up. If something isn't working right at the pool, if you're at a game and you notice, I don't know, we need more soccer balls, or you're at the softball game and that bleacher's broke, come to the meeting. Tell us as a commission. It's not always on Adam, because he is part-time and he fulfills what he is supposed to do as part-time and more. And I just feel like the commission needs
Financially,
to do more.
need to keep that position part-time, because
No, we
if
can't
could
afford
be,
to do it
the other-
otherwise.
you know, directors in other towns and see the kind of salaries they have,
Mhm.
it's quite different.
And how we keep him part-time and, right, you know, is we step up a little bit more. So,
I think it could be as simple as if just a commitment that we make, if someone from the public has a complaint or brings forward anything to any of us that you said, like, we just
Mhm.
respond, thank you, we will bring it to the commission's
Yeah.
attention, we send the group text, hey, this is what was told to me today, and then
Yeah.
we encourage them to come to a meeting. You know, I think what gets lost sometimes, and I would even say that would be helpful for Adam too, because then if he gets complaints, if he could also say, hey, this is what was brought up to me
Right.
today. And then if we're all on the same page, I think the only thing that sometimes happens is then it's like, does that person need a follow-up? And who's gonna follow up with them? And it may not be, look, I've heard you, I'll bring it to the commission. I don't know that, you know, I'm gonna be able to get
You
back
may
to
not
you,
get a
but
direct answer.
it'll
Yeah.
probably be addressed in the next
Mhm.
meeting, or it will be wherever, or if
Or
we-
even next season, if it is after, say it's a
Right.
baseball bleacher problem. Okay, the commission knows we're gonna try and allocate funds when we go over our budget. You may not get an
Right.
answer today, but that is on our radar now.
Absolutely. For an example, like I brought up a few months ago at the meeting that someone had come to me to talk about the tennis court, right? Like this time of year, their nets are coming down. You know, that was duly noted at the table. I felt like as part of the commission, it's my job to take
Mhm.
what the public says to me, bring it here, exactly
Right.
like you're saying.
Yep.
And then try to figure out a solution
Right.
for it.
And
It's not
really-
gonna be in October or,
Right.
you know.
And there's
Mhm.
a good example right there of maybe, you know, focusing on the people that play tennis there and say, hey, we're gonna have a cleanup on the tennis court
Right,
on such a day,
You
the
bring
rec
up a-
commission, and we're
we
inviting
need
all
the
that
community's
that
help.
use the tennis court to come and join us.
As volunteers, the town.
Right.
But that's another good point, Tom, like the back stops, right? Like that was put up by a volunteer, half completed because it's not painted, it's starting to curl. I mentioned
Mhm.
something to Lindsay in a text and I
Mhm.
should have texted the group.
Which-
As a commission, we
Yeah.
should do a better job of following up with volunteers as well,
Mhm.
and not
And
in.
I think there are a
It
lot of
is, it's
people
just- it's
that
communication.
do
That
want
do-
to volunteer and
Absolutely.
help, but they don't necessarily want to be on the rec committee,
Correct.
but they do.
Well, and speaking of that backstop, right, like Ron was volunteering to get the paint
Right.
painted and all that. And I think it got in that shuffle of, we weren't sure if Dylan was going to paint, wasn't it Dylan? I don't know, whoever was gonna paint a mural,
Right.
and I think it just got lost in translation. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel like stuff like that
Is on us
is on us way more than it's on Adam, and I feel like.
or Ron,
Or Ron.
right?
And so I feel like yeah, me or one of us should have taken that and rolled with it. And, you know, I feel like a lot, like the commission needs to do just a little bit more as far as the public and getting community involvement. That's all. I have my little 2 cents, but
Yeah.
that's why we have the text, right?
Mhm.
Someone calls you, someone texts you, someone approaches you at a game. Be like, you know what? I'm on that. We
Right.
don't meet
Right.
until this date
Yeah.
and we'd love to see you at the meeting.
Right.
But for now, I'm gonna let the commission know, period.
We know that thing has to be painted, so let's just, hey, this is the
I
date,
know.
we're gonna do it. You know, come one and come all.
Yeah.
And try to get volunteers from the town to come help us,
Everybody needs community service hours.
so.
I'm gonna,
mhm.
Put that on the agenda.
yeah, well, if I can get it done before November, I won't put it on the agenda, but. Scout,
Community
possibly
service,
paint,
right?
backstop. Is it to the point where we now need to replace it again?
I don't know, we'd have to go take a look. I mean, it hasn't rained in a month, so I know we had 2 rainstorms, so I don't know how that, when did I text you? Maybe
It was a
September.
while ago
It
now,
was
yeah.
during fall ball season,
Mhm.
so it was probably, it was a few weeks
Is it
at
just
least.
the corners, maybe?
Yeah, it's starting.
Yeah,
it can-
it's just,
I
it
don't think
needed to
we
be
need to take it
sealed,
down.
it needed
It
to
just-
be.
Back?
It's fixable.
If I call Ron and I ask Ron, he's probably gonna be like, I was waiting to hear.
Sure.
And so it could get done like that. It's just a matter of, and
Mhm.
if I drop the ball on that, I'm sorry. But I don't know. I want like, I don't want to get to public comment and poor Jen be the only one I say, do you have any public comment? I want people here,
If
right?
there are things.
Right.
Right.
I want people here. I want someone to show up and say, I'm just here to hear what, like, maybe something will come up and someone's like, hey, my kid's at UConn. I'd be interested in helping you get some dates, Justin. Cool. But we just, I think all of us need to advocate for the commission and get people interested and get people, like Dad said, volunteer without, you don't have to join. We still need your help. So I think just communication, that's all. Nothing. We all do it, we'll all be good. All right, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Hey, Lindsay.
Ground,
this-
I was probably damaged from like an animal or something crawling underneath,
Okay.
but it's a hole big enough that my kid could fit through if he wanted.
Where on,
Facing, if you're like standing inside the playground, it's facing the pavilion towards the left-hand side.
so on the pavilion side,
Pavilion side closer towards the dog park, yeah.
closer to the dog park, okay.
So like a dog dug it?
A dog or a bear, or a
teenager?
fox, or, yeah, I think a
Okay.
teenager probably would have hopped. Because
Yeah.
it was
So it really like,
Vectors out there.
is it like broke or it needs
Like you could fix it with like
zip ties? Okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely like, if my kid wanted to get out, he
You
could,
could go through.
so, yeah. Yep.
The town?
Yeah, like, it's hard because it's our fence. But I bet you there's-
We can call.
The town crew can probably run down and put some zip ties, or even, they might even be able
I
to
mean, they make
wire,
fences
you know.
and so on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Litter, they do.
I'll ask about that.
And the like springy bunny guy is broken, but Brian said that's already in the works to get fixed.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Tanya said,
Oh.
I don't think you can hear me, which we cannot. But
Hi, Tanya.
is this something Ryan or whoever is going to be elected can bring up at the selectmen's meeting that we are looking for volunteers?
I mean, it might take one of us going and standing up during, what is that?
Public comment, so.
Public comment or the, whatever, the good
Good news
news,
for the community, but it's probably more public.
public comment,
But that's not good news.
right? Like we,
Hey,
just-
we need help.
We need people interested in helping. Not
I mean, I
necessarily.
think it goes hand in
Yeah.
hand with everything.
Yeah, well,
The
that, yeah,
committee
or-
and-
It's not a
Jen has a
necessity,
cancel.
it's
Right, but it's,
something that we want.
yeah, I can definitely, thank you, Tanya, yes, I think any word publicly to get out that we, you know,
You'll have my Lisa include that in her little table.
that's true.
Absolutely. We're always
Little
looking
sign that
for
says,
Yeah.
we're always looking for volunteers.
a donation box and a.
Well, like you said,
Ask
it's.
for help.
But I
If
think,
we do a donation box, cause it's a town, I always get confused. I don't think we, right?
I don't think we can do straight donation. I don't
think we
remember.
can do, there's like,
No, we have, Brian said we have to have a specific thing we're
So
asking
if
money
we're doing
for,
it
so
for
if it's
Clay-
for
yeah.
baseball. Right, there's no reason why we can't raise money for a baseball field.
she would just have to
Simple
say what it's
donations.
for.
I don't think we should do a donation box.
No,
We
no,
need a
I-
foundation.
No, but I'm saying like,
The Canaan
put it out, yeah.
They're
Maybe
trying
at
to
the
raise
same
money,
time.
yeah,
Right.
after-
Pass the slate, right? Anybody wanna throw in?
At their
Okay,
event, yeah,
At the-
no,
yeah.
I'm not saying specific.
No, no, but
I
you're
know.
saying in general, we can always,
believe
you
so.
know, if
Mhm.
anybody has anything
think
that
they're
they
correct.
We
can
could double
help
check
out or
with,
donate. Yeah.
Selectman's office for sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so November 17th. If everybody's good with that, Melissa won't be here. I'm gonna write that so I don't. Yeah. And with that, we can adjourn at 7:46. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Wait a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
All right. Thank you, everybody.